Welcome to Landry Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Koo has joined me today, right? Hey, sweetie. Koo's joined me today to share a message with you. My little stray kitty who hangs out with me. All right, so baby Koo, go back to sleepy. And I want to talk about quantum physics. I want you to understand this because sometimes we talk about, you're unlimited and all this stuff. And I think that a lot of us out there still can't get that through our head because we separate ourselves. We separate ourselves from each other and from God and everything else. And it is a fact that everything is one energy. There's no separation of it. There's individual expression of it, but there's no separation of it. Everything happens simultaneously. You and I are one energy happening at the same time. There is no such thing as actual time. Everything that ever has or ever could be is all at the same time. That means that you can bring that probability into your physical reality anytime you want. You really are that powerful. I received a experience this past week that blew my mind. I've never had anything like this, and it's through meditation. I would love for you to meditate, because if you meditate, you'll start to see your mind clear, your fears will dissipate, and you'll start to focus and make choices to be happier, joyful, peaceful, because you're going to clear out the thinking. The thinking is what separates you from everything else and comes in and tells you that you are not limitless, and you'll sit and argue the damnedest, dumbest arguments. Come on, how can I do that? Trust me, there's always a way. Anything can be done. What if somebody said, oh, so if I want to be an astronaut, I could, and yeah, you could actually. Did you know that? Did you know anybody can go up in space now? Yeah. So there's always a period in time when all the things you think are impossible are happening, right? We walked on the moon. I mean, come on. A couple hundred years ago, you told somebody that, they'd go, what? That's crazy talk. Who knows what they thought back then. So if you have this thing in your head that you're limited, then I want you to think science. And science demonstrates that everything is just a cause and effect. It's a reaction. Thoughts and feelings control those reactions. Beliefs control those reactions because those create thoughts and feelings. When you change those, or in my teachings, you don't change them, you choose something else and you release them. You go, okay, how do you change a thought? Good luck with that. It's a thought. How do you don't change a thought. It's a thought. You just put it over here and you pick a new one. Okay, and when that thought comes up, you go, oh, there's that thought again. I'm not going to change it, because then you're fighting something, right? You say, okay, I'm going to put it over here. There it is. Observe it and go, what's the thought that I would rather have? I am limitless. What do I want to do with that? That's pretty awesome. Maybe I'm in a situation where I'm not so happy. What am I going to do? I think I'd like to travel around the world, and maybe right now I don't have the means for that, but that's okay. I know that exists. So I'm going to let the universe figure out how I'm going to get the money and the time or whatever I need to travel, to go around the world. I'm going to just sort of see where that takes me. And when things come to me, I'm going to act on it. I'm a big action person. People are like, wait a minute, you don't believe in manifesting. I'm like, what the hell? What? manifesting is the things coming in the real world. We are in the real world. Well, real. We are in a material world. So if you're manifesting, stuff's coming to you all the time. If you're not taking the action, right? Manifesting isn't, somebody plopping in the middle of your living room, hello, I'm the love of your life. It's somebody saying, hey, why don't you come to that wine tasting with me? And you're going, oh no, my favorite show's on TV. Tape it. Get dressed and come out and you do it and you meet the love of your life. It's taking the action. So quantum physics is cause and effect. And that is happening, most of that is happening in the unseen world. The reactions, the energy you're sending out, it's a fact. It's monitored. It's been measured. Read Joe Dispenza's books, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. They talk about it all the time. I've been to his events. They're just awesome. People heal and create things through their letting go of all this stuff and opening themselves up to the universe of which creates everything, of which you are. It flows through you. This is just a shell. It appears to be a barrier, but it's not. So this experience that I had this past week was during a meditation, and I was here, and I was very focused on that fact that I'm just an energy, but there's a shell around me, and this, imagine, these dust storms that come in, like in the Middle East, you can see them coming a mile away and they're huge. They are like rolling in like a wave. Imagine a tsunami coming in. That's what this was, and it was an energy coming toward me that was massive beyond my imagination. And I felt it. I felt that power coming toward me. And all of a sudden, I was like a little pinhole. And this thing was so huge, and this energy, I felt like if it got too close to me, that I would completely... And that's what would have happened, because I'm a part of that energy. I would just like poof into what I am, which is this energy. And it never completely came too close to me, and I knew what it was. I was being shown the actual power of the universe. And it was probably a fraction of what really exists. That's so overwhelmingly powerful and creative beyond your imagination. And then I felt like this amoeba, and I went, oh my gosh, we're sitting here worrying and fearful, and poor little me, and I'm afraid, how do I get out? And I'm thinking, oh my God, and we're sitting in this power that goes, did you know you could create a planet if you wanted to? Did you know you're from stardust? Did you know that you are connected to everything in this universe and any frequency that you choose? Did you know you could choose the highest frequency? That highest frequency doesn't even require a body. Did you know that that frequency can create anything with just a thought? That's you. That's quantum physics. Why don't we know this stuff? Why do I talk to people and I tell them about real experiments happening with scientists, and they have this blank look on their face? Why is it people don't know that SpaceX just made its 12th space shuttle trip and dropped off supplies to the International Space Station? 12 trips. Why don't people know this stuff? Because there's lower energies out there that want you to stay exactly where you are, watching the negative crap on the television, taking all the drugs, prescriptions that you don't need, abusing the alcohol and the pot and the cigarettes and eating the crap that's going to keep you sick so you could go buy the pharmaceuticals. This is not good stuff. This is not a higher frequency, I should say. It's a lesson. Are we ready to let it go? I think so. This is not making you happy. It's going to keep you in that density. Clean up the bod, clean up the thinking, know what you are. Go and watch. Go look this stuff up. Go and look up all the experiments that are going on out there, and it's just going to blow your mind. You're going to realize, wait a minute, this is me. This is me. I have these capabilities. Not you, the personality you've created or somebody else has created for you, that you've believed. Quantum physics, cause and effect. What's the cause? Whatever you believe and think and feel is creating everything around you. It is reacting. You are a teeny tiny percentage of what that power is. That power that I experienced blew my mind, and I became this tiny little thing. And we get caught up in that tininess of what we are. We believe we are. Yet we are huge, beyond our imagination. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to raise that frequency? Are you going to create abundance for yourself in this world? Are you going to create joy and happiness and spread that? And it will spread. And when you put that out into the collective consciousness, that one power, it raises the frequency of everything around it. It affects me, it affects everyone around you, and it brings your frequency up, because the more of us that put that higher frequency into that collective shared consciousness, it's all one thing. It's not a consciousness over here. Everything's it. Raise it. It's time. This planet will change. Those calamities, those wars, those illnesses are going to stop because we're raising the frequency. And as long as you keep raising that frequency, those things are not going to happen. That's why so many things haven't happened up until this point. The predictions haven't, because we have free will. We can change it. They weren't wrong. At that moment in time, that's what they saw. And if we didn't change it, it was going to happen, and it didn't. So people, we're on the right track. Keep it going. Don't fight something. Make a choice. I'm choosing a higher frequency. I'm going to choose a higher thought. I'm going to choose a higher feeling. And I am going to sit here and meditate until I get there. Because I can do it. Because I can do anything. Anything. And always ask for the highest, best use. Sometimes we think we know what's best for us and we don't. Acceptance is huge. Accept things, accept the journey, accept the lessons, accept the challenges. It's all part of the beauty of being here. Work through it, raise that frequency. Go through your challenges in a beautiful, peaceful way. Do not think that this is not acceptable. I shouldn't be feeling this. I shouldn't be experiencing this. Yes, you should, because you are that powerful and you chose it. There's a reason it came to you. You're supposed to learn something. You're supposed to forgive that person. Let go of the fear. Stop blaming yourself, being so tough on yourself. Stop blaming other people. Stop being the victim. Let's go down the list of all the lessons you can learn from every challenge you have right now in your life. Man, I am so excited it isn't funny. I am so excited. Because it's happening and I can feel it and I'm seeing the changes. And I, by the way, don't watch the news. So I actually heard a couple people say that, oh, the state of our country. I'm like, really? I know we got some cuckoos, like, running around the globe in control. They're not in control. We're the collective consciousness. They are not in control. But if you think they are, then you're giving them that power. Shut the news off. Shut it all off. It's negative crap. Who puts that out there? People that want you to fear it. Keeps us watching. Shut it down. You're the news. We're creating it. What are we going to create? What are we going to create? Come on, you're on my channel. I know you're part of this. Do you know that if every one of you subscribe to my channel, not just the viewers, because I'm pushing 1 million viewers right now. You probably don't know that. I don't think I post it. I have thousands of subscribers right now. Did you know that just my subscribers on this channel can shift what happens on this planet? Go Google this stuff. I'm telling you right now, experiments have shown that people, I can't remember, it was like 70,000 people or something, did an experiment where they were meditating on peace, and the crime rate in that city went down 87%. I'm not making this up. Was it 87 or 78? Anyways, it was way up there. That's huge, right? That's the kind of power we wield. This has happened, these experiments, over and over and over again, proving that our collective consciousness is changing. Crime, wars, all this stuff, we can stop it. We don't have to stop it. We're just choosing a different reality. Wouldn't that be wonderful to live in that world? We can. All of us. Every single one of you watching this right now. We can live in the most incredibly beautiful world. And the challenges, we'll have them, but they're going to be welcomed, embraced. All right, things happen. They're not good or bad. They're just experiences. And we work through them, and a community comes in together to help each other. No criticism, no anger, no separation. Nobody thinking they're better than somebody else. Or right. We always have to be right. That's the ego. I'm sending you light and love, peace, prosperity, health, wealth, and the reality in whatever dimension you choose, and you can choose it. Right now. Right now. You get to choose. What are you going to choose? You want to join me in this beautiful, beautiful, higher dimension that I live in? Namaste.